And joining me now is New York Republican Congressman Chris Collins, who is the congressional liaison to the Trump transition team and also sits on the executive committee of that transition team. All right, first of all, Congressman Collins, thanks so much for being with us.
Good to be with you, Janine.
Were you as shocked as I was today to hear that the Clinton campaign that said that we now have to get behind President-elect Donald Trump says, gee, we're going to join in this recount? What did you think of that?
Nothing surprises me about Hillary or Bill Clinton. Let's face it, it's always been Clinton family first. And, you know, this is a person who lied to the American public, lied to the Congress, much like her husband did. And so to lie on a debate stage and to try to turn that debate question, which we all have to realize they never asked her that question. Her response spoke for itself. But the liberal press didn't even ask her the same question they asked Donald Trump. But nothing surprises me about the Clintons. The liberal Democrats, who I can tell you, going back to D.C. after the election, boy, talk about eating crow, eyes down, shoulders shrugged, totally can't quite believe what hit them on election night. But there we went with Obama's legacy now. $20 trillion in debt in ISIS, and there won't be much of it.
Okay, so here we are, Congressman, almost 3 weeks from the election, and you know, they say, okay, we've got these 3 pivotal states, and even though I said that we need to look forward and, you know, we need to accept Donald Trump as a president, I'm going to pull back on that one. But let's talk about those 3 pivotal states. So my understanding is they're going to start with the recount in Wisconsin. All right, so they start with that recount, and what are we talking about? In Wisconsin, we're talking about a grand total of, I have it right here, 10 electoral votes. So let's assume that they're close and they're not in Wisconsin. That's not going to bring her up to what she needs. If they recount in Michigan, it's still not going to bring her up to what she needs. And in Pennsylvania, Donald Trump is 70,000 votes ahead of Hillary Clinton. So why are they doing this? Aside from the fact that you can't believe anything they say, what is the motivation behind this?
Oh, I can tell you, they are ginning up the crowds, the protesters. They don't want to make America one again. I mean, I think this is a concerted effort in order to do everything but make America one again, which Donald Trump is going to do. He's taking and making the right statements. No, this is not about unifying our country. This is about the liberal Democrats and the Clintons doing what they can to make sure we don't unite behind Donald J. Trump, our president-elect. To me, it's disgusting. It's not surprising. But let's also remember, we're going to get past Wisconsin, and he's going to keep those 10 electoral college votes.
Of course.
At which point, even if, and it won't, even if something happened to Michigan and Pennsylvania, he's still our president. So, I mean, this is a fool's errand, but I think there's an edge to this, and it's not healthy for America. And I think other Democrats should get on board and call this out for what it is. It's the Clintons trying to keep our nation divided.
Well, you know, Jill Stein, the third-party candidate, I mean, she barely got, I think, what, 1% of the vote, and she wants a recall? I mean, why would someone who gets 1% of the vote want a recall? Why? Because she wants to collect some money. I mean, so it seems to me.
Well, and I'm just, again, where we're trying to unite our country, they're trying to make sure we stay divided, that Donald J. Trump doesn't come into office, you know, on the wave that he should be. I called it the Trump tsunami. But, no, this is wrong on every level. President Obama should call them out for it. He should be saying, enough of this. It's time to unite our country. But then again, he's the most divisive president who has disserved our nation for 8 years. So don't expect him to say it either.
And do you think that one of the possible reasons or one of the strategy behind this ridiculous attempt is to kind of shake the confidence of the electors before they meet? I believe it's on the 18th of the Electoral College, or maybe to get some of the electors to break away?
You know, I can't even conceive of that one. No, I think, Janine, it's as simple as the liberal Democrats wanting to keep our nation divided. when President-elect Trump said, "One America, make America one again," they're trying to fight against that, which is, democracy.
Yep.
And our country, and they should be ashamed of themselves for it. They need to stop this nonsense, but they're not going to. I mean, the rules don't apply to them. You and I know this. The rules don't apply to these liberal Democrats.
And here's the bottom line, Congressman. Americans voted for Donald Trump far and away in terms of the Electoral College. I mean, there's no question about the fact that he will be our president on
there's
January
no question.
20th.
Thank heavens.
Thank you.